Most movies take place in our world, the place you see out the window every day. We take for granted that that's how it should be. And when it's not so, if it's fantasy or science fiction, even if it isn't our reality, we still expect this imaginary world to be a reality. We expect it to stick to our laws of physics, geographical logic, human behavior, but the truth is the rule of realism, like all rules, is meant to be broken. Movies can actually take place in whatever preposterous universe you can come up with. That's formalistic cinema. Here's a 20-minute video about it. Reality is optional, so let's talk about a film that looked at it and said, nah, I'll go with unreality. Remember Joe Wright? For a while he was kind of a big deal, wasn't he? What's he up to now? Did you know he made an Italian miniseries about Mussolini? The news we miss, right? He was going to make a straight adaptation of Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina. He had an intelligent screenplay by Tom Stoppard, who, if you ask me, is the greatest living author.
Don't clap, they'll play the music.
He won the Tony Award for Best Play 5 times.
What are you driving at?
What's your name?
Repetition. 2 love, match point.
Just so you have an idea of how great that is, nobody's ever won it 4 times. And just so you have an even better idea, nobody's ever won it 3 times.
Watch closely. Interesting.
The perfect writer to adapt anything, especially Anna Karenina, one of the greatest, most important, well-known and adapted novels of all time. Mandatory synopsis. Anna is married to dull government official Karenin. Her brother Oblonsky, who's the best, is best friends with Levin, who's in love with Kitty, who loves Count Vronsky, who's in love with Anna.
I'm in love with a girl, she's married to someone, and she's in love with someone, and he's married. It's a real healthy situation.
They have an affair, society gossips. And yes, every face here is famous. Is that Pennywise? While scouting locations, Joe Wright decided not to make the millionth standard adaptation.
There are a lot of locations in the script. So I go to locations in Russia and they say, yes, we have made 7 Anna Kareninas here. And you'd kind of go, oh god.
So he came up with the idea of setting the film in a rundown theater. Society is a major subject of the story. People then and there consciously performed and were ceaselessly observing and judging each other. It lends itself well for obvious metaphor.
You did have these people that were pretending to be something that they weren't all the time.
They were living their lives as if upon a stage.
Most scenes are set on the stage and on the main floor. Characters walk around these parts, the wings, the boxes, backstage and more.
Come on, come on.
Visually, there's no Moscow or St. Petersburg, there's only the theater.
All the world's stage.
The main floor can house audience seats, as it should. These people love the opera and public spectacles, whether staged or lived.
Then I'm getting out of this operetta and going home.
The house also houses a lavish ball, Oblonsky's office, Karenin's office, an ice skating rink, and a racetrack. Though the horses race on the stage. Of course, the stage stages bedrooms, train stations, whatever suits Wright's fancy.
Tell me what I did to deserve this.
Levin's brother, a pariah dying of consumption married to a prostitute, can be found upstairs on the catwalks. The part of the theater devoid of glamour, reserved for technicians, where you watch the spectacle but take no part.
I told you where to find me.
The symbolism isn't necessarily consistent. Normal characters frequent the trapdoor, under the stage. Spotting the symbolism is still a fun game. Anna's son's bed is a life-size diorama, but after Mummy leaves him, his bedroom degrades into the bare stage. Levin describes Kitty as an angel from the heavens.
Kitty is of the heavens, an angel.
So she's introduced like this. Since everything in this society is a performance, the director has the actors really perform. Everyday actions are repeatedly stylized. The barber becomes a matador. Oblonsky's clerks stamp to the rhythm. Anna gets dressed as in a ballet. And if you've never entered a place like this,
Unexpected.
have you ever truly lived? Since normal actions are elevated to dance, dance itself must be elevated to something with a lot of arm moves. What I consider the best scene is a marathon of stylized movement and performative behavior. Characters are gathered in the audience to watch a show of some kind. Vronsky is there to watch Anna. The orchestra plays, the curtains raise, but there's no show. We're already in a later gathering. Partygoers frozen in time. Vronsky arrives, they come alive. This moment is specially artificial. The women talk while fanning, facing the camera. Extras earning their pay. Lady Mary and Parker Bowles leave to opposite directions, and Vronsky finds a natural way to position himself for the most stylish framing possible.
I'm losing hope.
Anna arrives and looks for Vronsky as we all do, swinging around in pairs. We get fireworks, and people look up while dodging bullets. The ceiling opens for the only time in the movie. Vronsky is in a carriage, though we never see the outside world. He intends to go back to the party. He does so even before Anna has finished looking up. Vronsky does a little dance as he serves her a cigarette. Erotically.
Courage.
I wish more of the movie was as over-the-top choreographed as this scene.
Persuading a virtuous woman to break her marriage vows.
Anna leaves to these stairs, which can house a cafe sometimes, and moves up to her house? Whatever. Once she's in bed next to her husband, lights shine and she's raptured by Vronsky. And yes, they also shag in a dancey fashion. I lied. This isn't one scene. It's 5, more or less. As strong as the screenplay is, concise, articulate,
I thank God the curse of love is lifted from me.
with great variety of mood and characterization,
And then you find yourself a martyr to distraction by so many women.
Forgive me, but I find that incomprehensible. As though I should leave this restaurant and steal a roll from a baker's shop.
Well, you know, a freshly baked roll.
its scenes are overly short. Characters usually enter, exchange 2 lines of immediate importance, and on to the next one.
Levin! Where did you disappear?
I'm very anxious to see you. I need your advice.
Well, come into my room then.
But the theatrical approach masks that excessive pace to perfection. Transitions between scenes often occur invisibly. Since locations are not limited by geographical size, distance, and logic, Anna can walk from her dressing room, on stage, to her husband's office, main floor, like it's a single scene.
I'm to be deprived of my wife so that adultery may be forgiven.
Both space and time are trimmed. Leave the train station through a door, and you're already home. Levin leaves Oblonsky's office, which transforms into the streets, it seems. Levin in better clothes enters the same space he's just left. Because it's somewhere else now. Golden screens indicate we're in a fancy restaurant where the 2 friends now chat.
Oh, you don't need to worry about him. He's a rich, good-looking cavalry officer with nothing better to do than make love to pretty women. Is that cabbage soup?
Levin is so smitten by Kitty that while he talks about her to Oblonsky, she literally steals the scene.
Constantine!
If the next scene will be set in the same location, why wait for the previous one to end?
I'm too early. I'll come back.
No! Come up!
The sequence that leads to Anna's death is a series of scenes stacked on top of each other with endings and beginnings seamlessly merged. She's living in this blue room with Vronsky, where they talk mostly through mirrors. Insert your preferred interpretation here. They kiss and we pan to a mirror, showing her in a later moment. Already in the next scene, mirror, he leaves to meet Enchantress, striking her jealousy. Anna's barely finished looking through the window and Vronsky is already back for a new scene. Mirrorly. She changes clothes, leans against the wall. Doesn't this part of the wall look like cushioned seats? Yes it does, we're in a train. The production design having made her walls exactly like the curtains and seats. The train stops having brought her... upstairs? In the catwalk, everyone frozen in time but her. Then her fateful train arrives, I repeat, up there in the catwalk. If Joe Wright wanted to make Anna's death appear unavoidable, an inevitable conclusion to her stormy romantic life, then that's exactly what it feels like. I almost forgot to mention, Levin actually leaves society, that is the theater, and goes to the outside world.
Oh, you're right. What do you care? You love the country, you've got it.
Vronsky and Anna also have idols outside. And in the very last scene, it looks like Karenina found some comfort with Anna's children. But in his case, it's just an illusion. More films should be as daring as this one. Thank you for watching, consider joining my Patreon to keep such videos going. Liking and subscribing also helps. See you next time.